Good morning, sir. You Paul Malone?
Yes, ma'am.
And come on up, sir. And this is cause number 2034762. Mr. Malone is currently on probation for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. It looks like that was a 10-year probated or 10-year sentence probated for 10 years back on January 19th of 2021. There's been a motion to revoke community supervision. What is the announcement?
Your Honor, I filed.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're here for a bond.
Bond.
You asked that I set a bond. So the allegations in that motion are for a new offense of assault family violence by impeding breath or circulation from Orange County, failure to remain in Jefferson County, failure to report that arrest immediately, failure to never become intoxicated, failure to provide verification of performing community service. Looks like violated terms of curfew by not being at his house after curfew, behind in fees, and being on the premises of a place in Bridge City that he was ordered not to be on. So there's this is a straight probation. So Ms. Holmes has filed a motion asking that I set a bond. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. In regards to the allegation of the assault family violence, the alleged complainant calls me every day. She states that she does not anticipate the charges in Orange County to be filed. She did email, and I sent that email to Mr. Nichols as well, in which she went to Bridge City Police Department to request that the charges not proceed and that they be dropped. And she has relayed that to me in regards to that case and her not wanting to move forward with any type of prosecution on the violation of the assault family violence case. I have spoken briefly with Mr. Malone in regards to his whereabouts. If he knows he's restricted to Jefferson County, that he knows he has to remain there, Your Honor. We are asking that a bond be set under the conditions that he's aware. If the court deems a GPS monitoring device necessary, we're in agreement with that, as well as any other conditions to make sure that he abides by any probationary conditions until these cases are resolved.
All right, guys, let's break this down. This hearing starts with a probation case that already sounds like a to-do list of problems. New allegations, missed conditions, curfew issues, location violations. This isn't one loose thread, it's an entire sweater unraveling. The defense tries to gain ground by pointing out that the alleged victim no longer wants to pursue charges, but the court isn't just looking at one accusation. It's looking at a pattern.
Ms.
I'm
French?
looking at Mr. Nichols' note, and a GPS and a scram device is recommended if the court reduces that bond. And it appears there are several other items that need to be addressed at a hearing on a motion to revoke. But we do have a copy of that email that Ms. Holmes forwarded to Mr. Nichols, and it does appear as though she has gone to the other agency and recanted on those allegations.
No, there wouldn't be anything to recant if you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am. And if I'm
Hang on, I don't want you to say anything you shouldn't say right now, but obviously I've read the email for the record and see what she's saying, but none of that would have happened had you been following your rules of probation. So where would you be living if I set a bond?
at an RV park in Fort Dix.
Which one?
It's behind Tammy's bar. It really doesn't have a name.
Is that on Twin City?
Yes.
Who would you be living with?
Myself.
You own a RV, or you would be renting one?
Yes, ma'am. I own. Did get my RV moved while I was in here, so I would have to go get it. But it is in Bridge City.
Is it the new Lloyd RV park?
I don't think so. It's right behind, it's right behind Tammy's. Or
That's not it.
That's not.
That's the one that shows up when I look, but that's not where that is. Let me look. Let's see.
What is Tammy's? Is that a?
It's a bar.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a friend of mine that owns the property, and he has like, I guess, eight or 10 RV spots there. Well, it's not even an address. I can't get mail there or anything like that.
Well, I have to have at least an address. Well, let me do this. What's the address of Tammy's? Tammy's is at 108. I'm sorry, 103 8th Avenue, which is at the corner of Highway 347 and 8th Avenue. So it's right there.
The judge immediately shifts the conversation into dangerous territory for the defendant, accountability. She basically points out that whether someone changes their story later doesn't erase the fact that probation rules existed from day one. Then things get awkward fast. Questions about where he'd live turn into a confusing maze of RV parks, bars, and vague locations. If your housing plan starts sounding like a scavenger hunt, confidence in your stability starts taking a hit.
I don't see. Do you happen to have in your file, Miss French, the old PSI by chance?
Did we take a look, James?
This is, I guess, old enough to where it's not scanned in.
January 21.
Yes, ma'am.
I do.
Can I take a look at that?
Hold that for you.
Give me a
I may have given you something else by mistake there. Thank you.
So it looks like the felony, there's only one felony conviction other than the one he's on probation for, and that was for a drug case back in 2009. That's what I was. Okay. All right. Here you go. Thank you, Miss French.
There's another conviction, Judge. There's a copy of the court's order meltdown.
Another felony conviction?
well, that's what he's on probation for.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It fell out of the paperwork.
Oh, that's
I wanted to
okay.
make sure.
All right. Here you go, Miss French.
Now the court pauses and starts digging through the paperwork, because details matter. This is one of those quiet courtroom moments that can be more important than dramatic speeches. Criminal history, prior convictions, missing pieces of information, everything gets stacked together before a decision lands. Courts rarely make these calls in a vacuum. They build a picture first, and every old decision suddenly comes back into the room.
So I'm going to, Mr. Malone, I'm going to grant the motion setting a bond in your case. I am going to set your bond at $50,000. There will be several conditions of that bond. One will be that you have absolutely no contact and no communication with Kristen Proctor. She cannot give you permission to violate that. So she can't say, well, it's fine with me, come over, it's okay. You're violating court order, you'll be back in jail and you will not have a bond. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That also means communication, not just in person, but it means sending messages or anything like that. None, zero. I am also going to order that you have a GPS monitoring device on at all times, that you remain in Jefferson County, Texas, that you reside at, as close as I can get an address. It would be the RV park at the corner of Highway 347 and 8th Avenue in Nederland, Texas. If you cannot move from there without permission or letting us know, you're still on probation. You've got to report to probation. They need to know exactly where you're living and all of that. If you have, where is the RV? Is it at her house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I got put in jail, I didn't think I was going to be able to get out. So I didn't want to pay another month. So I got a friend to bring it there.
So that friend needs to bring it back, not you.
Okay.
You cannot go get it yourself. All right. So somebody else has to go get it. You get it to that RV park. And you're not to have anything to do with that, because you would be in violation by number one, being at that house, two, being around her, and being out of Jefferson County. And I'm not giving you permission to do that. Okay. Obviously, if you're not supposed to be out of Jefferson County, you're obviously not supposed to also be anywhere near 253 Kibbe Avenue. Okay. In Bridge City, Texas. Anything else with regard to the bond?
No, you're.
All right, GPS. Okay, you can go back with the bailiff. We'll set your case for an announcement.
The judge finally delivers the ruling, and this is one of those, you got the opportunity, but don't celebrate too early moments. Bond gets granted, but it comes with enough conditions to read like a user agreement nobody scrolls through. No contact, GPS monitoring, location restrictions, and clear instructions on what not to do. The message is simple. One wrong move and the return trip to jail is already booked. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.